Nigeria's long-awaited Museum of West African Art, known as Mowaa, was meant to open its doors to the public earlier this month. But instead of celebration, the museum preview was disrupted by protesters, reigniting the heated debate over the return of looted African artifacts. In viral videos shared on social media, demonstrators can be seen chanting Oba kpere, which means "Long live the king" in the Benin language. Security personnel quickly ushered both visitors, foreign and local, out of the museum as tension rose inside the compound in Benin City. Witnesses reported minor damage to the parts of the building, including the reception area and frontal exhibition.
You can see they are evacuating the white men to leave the environment very fast. You see, they should leave the environment very fast. You can see they are leaving. They are all leaving. They are leaving. They are evacuating them out of Mowaa. This is the Benin Royal Museum. You can see they are evacuating them.
Philip Iheanacho, the museum's director, said protesters entered and began vandalizing parts of the reception pavilion. They forced the facility to suspend all activities. In a statement, the museum apologized to guests for the disruption, calling the situation unfortunate but also under control. Mowaa is a highly anticipated art campus, featuring conservation labs, galleries, and creative studios designed to promote exchange around West African art, located in what was once the capital of the ancient Benin Empire. The museum was built with support from the French and German governments and private donors. It was expected to host a major collection of the famous Benin Bronzes, centuries-old artifacts looted by British colonial forces in 1897. In recent years, more than 150 original bronzes have been returned to Nigeria from museums in Europe and the United States as part of ongoing institutional efforts.
What happened today is that we had people protesters who came in and started vandalizing some of the welcome pavilion, which is where we have visitors, and then broke into the front where the exhibition area is. So we had to move people across to the rest of the museum. I think there were representatives from the palace, and I believe that they were asking for us to allow more time for consultation before we do a formal commissioning. Now, the unfortunate thing is that this was not a commissioning. This is not an official commissioning at all.
However, political tensions in Edo State have overshadowed the museum's mission. A long-running rivalry between the state's former and current governors, both from opposing political parties, has meant that none of the original bronzes are currently on display at Mowaa. The federal government has sided with Oba II, the traditional ruler of the Edo people, who insists the artifacts should have been returned to Benin Palace, their place of origin. While protesters did issue clear demands, their chants and banners appear to signal support for the Oba and the current Edo State administration.
Alright, so if you be Benin person, you need to listen to this video. So the recent controversy where they happen, we say, now the return of the recent artifacts of the Benin Bronzes, where the British thief during the time of the Benin invasion for 1897. You understand? So the Oba of Benin now they talk say they don't betray him.
It was very sad to me.
So and all these artifacts that they return now, you know, say money they involve. So now the money parts now cause this betrayal. So we make the Oba of Benin now they cry out. Go the governors, because this meeting now they hold on the 27th of November 2025 for the governor house for Benin City there, Edo State, Nigeria. You understand?
I found out that a lot of money is coming with the artifacts to the palace, and they decided to divert to their own pockets.
So now the matter where they go on now, they say this the Museum of the West African Arts, where they call Mowaa, and another group where they call the Legacy Restoration Trusts, where be the coordinator The Oga Patapata for inside, now be the Philip Ieneko, now be the executive director of this Legacy Restoration Trust.
Nigeria's Minister of Culture, Hannatu Musawa, condemned the disruption, warning that it threatens a treasured cultural asset and the peaceful environment needed to protect Nigeria's artistic heritage. The incident has drawn mixed reactions nationwide, worldwide. Lagos-based art gallery Zero Crib described the event as not good for optics, or for Edo State, or just Nigeria, urging that political differences be resolved in the interest of the people and the country's cultural reputation. For now, the museum has suspended visits, reiterating that it operates as an independent, non-profit institution with no political affiliations. The protests at Mowaa, I would say it highlights a deeper struggle between politics, culture, and history over who truly owns Africa's stolen treasures. As Nigeria reclaims its heritage, the question remains, where do those artifacts truly belong? Inside a museum or back in the hands of royal custodians from which they were taken? Well, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to drop your thoughts down there in the comments. Like, do you believe that these artifacts belong in the museum, or should these royals that they were taken from be in receipt of them? Let me know. Until next time, stay informed, stay connected.